What about that one? Can you just make him go away? Why?
Here comes Brendan, our magic man.
Woo!
What's goody? King, magician extraordinaire. I specialize in amazement, wonder, and you guessed it, magic. For those of you who were here last year, you might notice that I no longer am an assistant. Please note that this is because after last year's little mishap with the disappearance, I thought it better not to have an assistant in case something goes wrong again. So instead, one of you gets to be my assistant. That way, if something bad happens to affect something outside of the imagination. And most people can't do it. It's really hard, it takes a lot of practice, and that's why I'm here, because I help make it easier. So here's what I want you to do, Emma. Think of all the little white pieces of shredded paper, magic pixie dust, and I want you to pretend, okay, imagine that each individual little piece of paper inside the cup is starting to mold, right, and change, and turn into beautiful, tasty pieces of candy. Okay, I want you to think of all the wonderful sweethearts that there'll be, and all the little Smarties, and lollipops, and just how amazing this all sounds. I want you to imagine, like you taste it. I want you to taste it. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Now, when you feel like maybe something happened, I want you to put the mic down in your lap and hold your hands out like you're going to catch a cake.
Okay.
Just keep imagining it, and then hold your hands out in the air. to catch a kitten? Put your hands close together. That's what kittens do. Smile, look great. All right, you imagine? Sure? Yes. Maybe if you imagine hard enough. You did a wonderful job. Now you can sit down back to your seat to a huge round of applause for the audience. That I talked for a second about, and I said some stuff about making people disappear. Now, if you don't notice, that's because, if you don't know what that's about, last year, I made my assistant disappear on stage, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I wanted to top it this year. So I brought with me my absolute favorite trick, and I keep it here in my bag of tricks. We get it for you now. Just wait, it's going to be amazing. It's not that, not that. Hold on. Not those. It's not that. Fit. Hold on just 1 second. Did I don't think I brought it. Oh my God. I need a drink. Hold on. This is literally my favorite trick, and I can't believe I didn't bring it for you guys. I'm so... Oh, it's just water. Don't worry. You know what? I think I know what I'm going to do. A lot of people ask me all the time, how do you do your tricks? How do you do it? How do you do it? So who here would like to learn how I do it? Who here wants me to teach them a trick? Yeah, I'm going to show it once, and then I'm going to teach it. Are you all ready? Show once, then teach. Here we go. Observe beautiful red silk, made in China. That's all good silk, sorry. Take it in your hand, you squish it in there real tight. You put it in, you put it in. It's a lot of it. Squeeze it, right to your hand. Now, before I talk about the imagination, and you need a strong imagination to do magic. So what happens if I squeeze it real tight, wave my hand over it, wave a little bit of magic pixie dust over it, and imagine real hard that something magical happened, and I blew on it, and instead of a long red silk in my hand, there was an egg. The silk had to go somewhere. It had to go somewhere. It couldn't have just disappeared into nowhere. And it did go somewhere. You'll observe. The silk transported with the egg to my pocket. Same red silk. Wonderful. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is called the silk to egg. There are two main things that make it work, and I'm going to teach it to you now. If you want it enough. Do you want it enough?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah! Want to see the trick? Yeah! First part is that this silk here in my pocket is not the original silk. Before the trick happened, I stuffed it in my pocket. The second part is that this is not a real egg. Fake egg. This is a ceramic egg. You have it specially made. They're not that expensive. And the silk goes right in it. It's hollowed out. So I'm going to walk you through the steps and you get to see how it works. So notice I started with the egg and this hand down at this side. And then I started waving this silk around and talking about how it's made in China. That's a dumb little joke. It's really not that funny at all. But it takes the attention off this hand. And then I bring my two hands together. I don't bring this hand down. I don't bring this hand up. I bring them together. That way you guys aren't paying attention to just one hand. Then I start to stick it, straight from the back, into the egg like this. Slowly, slowly. It's sneaky, yeah, that's right. And then you stop here. This is a little psychological thing I like to do. You run it through your fingers a couple times. That way, people think that there's a lot more soap than there actually is, and you couldn't be hiding it. Sneaky little thing. None of you knew that you thought that, but you did. So you stuff it in. You stuff it in all the way. Make sure you get all the corners in. And at this point, you are basically done. You just do some fancy, sprinkle some stuff, do whatever you want to make it look magical, and then you slowly glide your hand across, you show them an egg. And then, you reach into your pocket, grab the silk, and again, another little silk, I like to take the silk, just wave it around like that, that way it takes the attention off the fake egg, right? And then you take the silk and you put it back in your pocket, and you're done. You can talk about the egg, you can just take a bow, and it's wonderful. But, if somebody happens to catch what you're doing with the trick, because you accidentally took the egg out a little bit too far from your body, or you turned it and they saw, someone is very likely to shout out what happened and what they saw, and then it will be ruined for everyone. If this happens in any trick, but this trick specifically, you have to change from trickery and resort to real magic. Or at least, I think it's real magic. Because if it wasn't, then I'm really confused, because I'm not sure how in the world any of what I just said could work. But I'm holding a real egg.